The most seductive lie in La La Land is that closure can happen without words. Two people can share a glance, share a song, and somehow share the same story. That feels beautiful. It is also, most of the time, not how humans actually land a breakup. La La Land, from 2016, follows Mia, an aspiring actor, and Sebastian, a jazz pianist with a club dream. Their romance is not powered only by chemistry. It is powered by goal striving. Ambition becomes a signal. It says, I have a direction, I have standards, I can build. That is the first big insight. Shared ambition can accelerate attachment. When someone recognizes your dream is real, it creates instant intimacy. In the film, each becomes an audience for the other's identity. Mia takes Sebastian's jazz ideal seriously. Sebastian takes Mia's talent seriously. Even after rejection, they become a kind of secure base. They don't just soothe each other, they push each other outward. That brings us to a second finding. Partner support often works as motivational scaffolding. A well-timed belief or a strategic nudge can increase persistence. The film shows Sebastian pushing Mia toward her one-woman play, and later toward a Paris audition. It plays as clean encouragement, and sometimes it is. Yet real support has a fragile edge. Process matters, not just outcome. If pushing becomes repeated and one-directional, it can drift into control. The partner becomes a manager. The recipient starts feeling pressure or debt, even if the advice is good. The movie keeps this tidy because the nudge works. Real couples rarely get such a clean cause and effect. A third, more counterintuitive point is why their relationship fails. It does not fail because of betrayal. It fails because goals that match an identity can clash in logistics. At first, their success feels linked. Your win helps my win. Later, time and attention become rival resources. Touring schedules, auditions, and missed nights create a steady drip of separation cues. Those cues matter because separation reliably activates attachment systems. When Mia is hurt that Sebastian misses her play, it is more than disappointment. It is a responsiveness test. Will you show up when I'm exposed and unsure? Sebastian's defensiveness is also more than stubbornness. It is an identity threat response. Do you respect me if I am not the romantic version of me? Watch how the dinner argument escalates. It is not bad communication in a cartoon sense. It is topic drift. Logistics become character. A career choice becomes respect. Each line starts to sound like a verdict on the self. And then comes a fourth key insight about sacrifice. Sacrifice is interpreted as love only when it is legible and aligned. In that scene, Sebastian frames the touring band decision as providing stability. Basically, I did it for us. That line sounds noble. It also hides a missing step: consent. Unilateral sacrifice often creates confusion instead of credit. Money increases, but identity satisfaction drops. The very trait that made the relationship rewarding can fade, and sacrifice can come with an invoice. You owe me appreciation because I paid a cost you never requested. Without explicit coordination, couples can look committed while living on ambiguity, and later they fight about meanings instead of choices. There is also something the film normalizes that deserves skepticism. Early irritation gets treated as romance fuel. They snap in traffic. He brushes off her compliment after getting fired. She needles him while he plays music he doesn't respect. Teasing can be bonding, yes, but it usually needs quick repairs. Tiny signals that say, you're safe, I respect you, I'm playing. When those repairs are missing, contempt-like cues are more often a risk signal than a spark. The film leans on genre logic to convert antagonism into chemistry. Viewers supply warmth, the behavior does not always show. Finally, back to that epilogue. 5 years later, Mia enters Sebastian's club with her husband. Sebastian plays their theme. The film shows a counterfactual montage, an imagined life where they stayed together. That inner simulation is psychologically real. Humans do this constantly around irreversible choices. We recombine memory, we run alternate chains, we grieve what never happened. What gets compressed is the mutual part. The movie implies that two former partners can silently converge on the same meaning. In reality, even when both people accept the breakup, they often keep different stories. Who initiated? What was avoidable? What mattered most? A shared smile is a symbol, but symbols rarely replace boundary setting and narrative alignment, especially with a spouse present.